We're gonna be here until the bitter end. What I know for sure is you can't get lucky if you're not out here. You have to be willing to put in the hard miles to be lucky. Yeah!
The season isn't getting longer right now.
Yeah.
Greg, do you have any blasting tips for these conditions?
Heads up. This is gonna be a full-on assault on the mountains late season. It's a big boat, but it's no icebreaker.
This is my first sheep hunt of the season, so that's exciting on its own, but to be the hunter this time is super exciting. Yeah, I can't wait.
You came out on a couple hunts, but this is really your first chance to get behind the rifle.
Yeah.
Really, it doesn't matter who's pulling the trigger. It's we love to sheep hunt.
Yeah.
Literally every day can change, as I believe rams in the past have started to come into these ewes, and we have, you know, a short window, and then season's over, and then that's when, you know, it really starts.
And hopefully they move into that front range because we don't have the time to put miles on to go back and really look for them.
That's the difficulty of this late season hunting, right? It's just daylight, temperatures. There's a lot of things that are going against you, but if you hit it right and you're in the right spot, we can get these late season rams, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We've got 4 days, and now we have to kick the door open and get into the hills.
Yep.
The throttle is frozen, so we're trying to use just a little buddy heater to thaw it out. It's kind of these temperatures this time of year. That's the Yukon. Okay, I think we're good. Nice and slow. Hold on. Hold on.
Not starting, right?
Nothing. Did you put both batteries in?
Well, we've got our second mechanical of the day. The first one was about 5 meters ahead, and now we backed in and we got our second one here. That's how it goes when you depend on the machines. Things freeze, things are empty, things are broken. I kind of miss those mountain hunts where it's just you and your boots, and as long as you have everything, you're going to be good.
The size of the 15 amp breaker in the boat is not compatible to the one in the truck. Wrong type of fuse. This is the fuse that's burned out. You can see that it was corroded on one side, and that's what did it. We're gonna get it figured out. I've got a new fuse. I got it from a neighbor. New versus old.
Ready to roll.
All right. When you've got the ability, the intent, and the means, there isn't anything you can't accomplish. Let's go hunting. Now we just have to take our time, get to where we gotta go. Mountains that we're looking at heading to for sheep, there'll be some snow at the tops of them, but for the most part, it'll be almost, you know, summertime conditions as far as what the visibility offers. That lake's kicking up. Heads up.
I'm going in my kayak.
I don't know, dudes. It's a little nicer having that protection from the island. Well, we did it, boys.
It didn't take us that long to get across, but it was some long minutes.
You fall into this water and life jacket or no life jacket, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of conversation going on behind you either, was there? It was pretty quiet.
I don't think there was a lot of filming going on. I wasn't even looking back. I just turned the bilge pump on and straight ahead. Let's go get some sheep.
All right, let's do it.
You want to jump out front, Karl? We're going to stop here. There's a nice sandy beach. What we're going to do is we're going to glass from here over into the side hill where the sun is on it. So we only have a couple hours of daylight left. So we're going to try to glass as much as we can. And I've already spotted what a group of ewes and lambs for sure, because there's just too many numbers. So we're just hoping that maybe there's a ram in with those and we'll be able to take a look and kind of figure that out. And if not, we can just keep scanning the side of the mountain here with the last light that we've got.
We're in the sheep country, so we're gonna take a look up, see what we can see. We'll be able to pick out some sheep from here if they're there. Well, I can see those ewes and lambs.
We can't see all of them, but you know, it's a group of ewes and lambs, which we knew from a long way back, but we're just hoping that there's a ram in there with them.
We got some nice sun on those hills.
Couldn't ask for any better glassing conditions at this time of year.
Looking around in some of the rougher terrain and see if there aren't any rams in there.
Yeah, we've got a little ram up there, and you know, with only a couple hours of daylight, you really have to find these guys early, because even if it was a good ram, you know, we'd have a good jaunt to get there and we'd be on a light in a hurry. So we got to be hitting it super hard early in the day.
Let's go check it out.
You have to get closer in order to see them, that's for sure, no matter how you do it. We're gonna have to push a bit. Oh, there we go.
Normally we're thinking these Dall sheep are going to be up in the open, in the big grassy meadows, but here they are tucked down in this gully, and I mean it really shows, especially in the late season. You got to be looking up top, you got to be looking down the bottom, you got to look everywhere. If you put a little bit of snow in this forest now, it would be almost impossible to pick them out.
Apparently, Team Wild Yukon is not much for fishing. Yeah! It's not getting warmer.
No.
No. Like Karl said, like, kind of got to wait to a degree, because we know that those rams are going to start pouring into this front country looking for the ewes.
It's hard to wait though. You know,
well,
the season isn't getting longer right now.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
We will see. Let's find a place to camp.
Okay.
You want to start passing the stuff out? There's no snow. We can see the sheep really well, but that snow is usually what helps pull those rams out of the high mountains into the front country. That's my theory.
Yeah.
We'll see how that plays out over the next few days, whether I'm right, and I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that they're coming to the ewes no matter whether there's snow or there isn't snow. It's a pretty quick setup, this tent, really.
Yeah, we're really at the mercy of the sheep that they need to come down into this below the clouds. We can't be too proactive in terms of going up and looking for them, because there's no point in walking through the clouds. It's pretty interesting watching, you know, down at the lake here. We can see trails, sheep coming all the way down these ridges. Like they're at some point of the year, probably soon, they'll be coming down these trails. That's pretty neat to see. Normally we're hunting them up in the early season up high. You don't come down to a lake like this, but here we can see the winter terrain where they're coming down.
Low cloud is the biggest factor as to why we're not up in the hills. This end of it just doesn't look like good sheep country to me. I'm actually anticipating seeing bison back there.
Yeah, you know what? I'm like, this looks like pretty decent bison country.
Yeah.
Open slopes, timber. We're not here for bison.
We're not here for bison. We're here for sheep. You have to keep looking at the ewes and lambs because that's where the rams are coming to.
Yeah. This time of year, today, tomorrow, they're coming.
Exactly.
They're going to be here.
And we just have to hope that the season doesn't run out before they show up, right? You ready?
I am ready. So we came across the lake here to get closer to this ram. We can see him up on the hill here. But he doesn't look great, but he's bedded down facing away, so we're gonna go a couple hundred more yards here, get a bit of an angle, and then maybe see a bit more horn on him.
Sometimes it's all it takes is that, a kilometer. Close the distance that much, and that's all it takes to be able to make a judgment one way or the other, and this judgment is the other.
I can't believe how many times a day I have to talk myself out of weakness. Like whether it's to get up and go get the pair of gloves or to get out of bed in the morning, on and on. There's so many voices, and each time I got to step back and be like, that voice is a liar. that voice is dragging me down. Where's the good one? Every day is a battle.
I think the fact that you're actually talking to yourself and you're talking yourself out of it, that is the strength.
Sun is going to rise in 15 hours.
Gotta get to bed.
We're going to shut down the glassing, and we've got 15 hours. I'm hoping you got some new stories to tell.
Buddy, how am I gonna have any new stories to tell you? If the weatherman is correct, tomorrow should be brighter, and then we have 2 days.